going on, Brownies? Welcome into the Browns Report by Chat Sports. My name is Moose, and yes, now that Browns football is officially over for the majority of the offseason, we have to go and have some takeaways from Minicamp, including this guy right here who we're going to have a big talk about because he has been impressing drastically amongst these Browns quarterbacks, especially in the last few days. Now, before we get into the deep dive on Shedeur Sanders, we have a race to 50 subs with the Ravens Rundown. Last time we brought up the Ravens Rundown, you guys kicked ass and got 2,000 likes on a video, so now I'm asking you to do the same with subs. Maybe not 2,000, but let's get to 50 before the Ravens Rundown can do it. Do me a favor, lock us in, and hit that subscribe button. So Browns Minicamp is officially in the books. Sad to see, but obviously it had to come to an end at some point. Now, we do know that, it's expected to come back for training camp in late July. However, we don't have an official date yet. So it's to be determined. However, you can expect about a month to maybe a month and a half of no Browns football. But if you need a place to grieve, come here. Make sure we'll take care of you. All right, let's talk about Shedeur. He has been dominant in minicamp. And the numbers, I know everybody laughs at these. They kind of view this as like a, how can you actually give OTA and minicamp stats? Well, they are at least tracked, and I don't want to make a huge deal about these considering you're playing without pads. It's in T-shirts, and, you're just kind of running this half-style, half-court offense. But I will say this. From what we've already seen from Shedeur, he's been really impressive. He had the highest completion percentage between OTAs and minicamp. And this is this to me is a little bit iffy for Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel. If you're already struggling to find and hit your receivers and your weapons this early in minicamp and OTAs, I've got news for you. It doesn't get easier. So it is alarming to see that guys like Pickett and Gabriel have such low completion percentage. Now, Shedeur's is not going to be up at 77% if he gets on the field in the 2025 season. Let's just throw that out there. But if he's close to 80% right now, then you can expect that he is going to be an accurate quarterback when he gets onto the field. We always knew that accuracy was one of his strong suits, even though he didn't play in a pro-style offense in college. It was sort of this hybrid spread / RPO offense that Dillon Sanders ran. But the truth is that Shedeur ran that offense to perfection. It was get the ball out quick, put it in the hands of Travis Hunter and your other playmakers, and just let them go to work. So I think that understanding how to run an offense is something that is a Shedeur Sanders strength. Now, I'll ask you this question, what seems like for the 800 millionth time. But who's your week one starter? Flacco, Gabriel, Pickett, or Shedeur Sanders? Let me know in the comments section down below. I still think it's Flacco. And I say that, no tongue-in-cheek. I say that with as little breaking news in my voice as possible because, again, we have no idea what Kevin Stefanski is thinking. I can only go off of what I've seen from each of these quarterbacks so far, and Flacco clearly understands the offense. He's done it before. I think week one, he's pretty much solidified his spot as QB1. Now, that's not to say that Shedeur hasn't been impressing media members and the coaching staff in Cleveland. In fact, ESPN Cleveland was out kind of, skulking around, making sure that everything was ship-shape, and a lot of people were saying that Shedeur's running around here making some plays. There is a lot of hype around Shedeur Sanders, not just because of his name, but for what he brings as a quarterback. His skill set is unique in the sense that he's not a very big player. He doesn't have a tremendous arm, but what he can do is play that point guard traditional style of quarterback, which is just, I'm going to get the ball out quick and just let my guys go to work. So there were a lot of people that were saying, I know that Shedeur is going to be the QB1 of this team. And Shedeur has high confidence in himself. And it's not ego, right? Like, I know that that's been one of the, what do you want to call it, downfalls or pitfalls of what, has caused him to slide to the 5th round. But the truth is that Shedeur talks about his ability to get on the field, and he just plays. That's where he feels most comfortable. Just get him on the football field, get the ball in his hand, and watch him go to work. So I've been really impressed with not only Shedeur, the quarterback, but the maturation that you've seen in just the few short weeks that he's been an NFL quarterback. He realizes he's got to, repair that image just a little bit. And the truth is that out of all of the guys that are currently on the Browns quarterback depth chart, Shedeur has the best chance to go from worst to first. Because right now, I wouldn't even say he's QB3 based off of where everybody was taken. Gabriel was taken higher than him. So if we look at what he's done in OTAs and minicamp, again, it's, taken with a grain of salt because it's not full 100% or in pads, you can clearly see that at least the coaching staff and the media members are very impressed with Shedeur Sanders. So I'll ask you this final question before we round out talking about Shedeur. How many games will he start in 2025? I said the perfect time for him to come in would be about week 7 or week 8. So I'm going to stake my claim for week 8, and I'll say that he starts the final 9 games of the season. Now, I know it's not just a team of quarterbacks, right? I'm sure a lot of you are like, can we talk about anything else? Absolutely. We sure can. Right after we talk about this awesome deal at Fanatics. Listen, you can get your favorite jerseys from all of your rookies right now by going to chatsports.com/Cleveland Rookies. You can get Mason Graham, Quinshon Judkins, Shedeur Sanders, anybody you want. Dillon Gabriel, hell, you could get him too. Just do it with this link in the comments and description of today's video. I made it super simple for you, and start shopping with our friends at Fanatics today. All right, one last thing about the quarterback. Sorry, I didn't mean to mislead you, but Gabriel took the first reps in 11-on-11. And again, for a guy who's small, doesn't have the greatest arm, is known to be an accurate quarterback, but kind of struggled with accuracy, it just seems to me like Dillon Gabriel is just going to be another guy, another body. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to get traded because I don't think that he will, but the truth is that will Dillon Gabriel end up being a high-valued starting quarterback or even a low-tier bridge quarterback? My answer right now would be no. He's just going to be another quarterback that you can put in, understand the offense, and is a depth piece. So if you're a Dillon Gabriel fanboy, I feel bad saying this, but the truth is that he is probably just another dude. Now, let's get on to something other than the quarterbacks. The hype around the running backs, is real, mainly with Quinshon Judkins. And I know I sound like a broken record when I say this, but he's going to be your week 1 starter. This dude is NFL ready. All the reports, all the coaches, all the media members, everything is pointing towards this is Quinshon Judkins' backfield. He is going to be RB1. And after Nick Chubb signed with the Texans, the Browns have been looking for another splash pick. And Judkins and Sampson are not only going to be a really good duo, but I feel like the state of where the Browns offense is going to head to in 2025 is going to be more run-centric. And that's where Judkins and Sampson fit in because they're fresh, they're young, they're strong. They're going to make shit happen in that backfield. So who's going to have more rushing yards? Dylan Sampson or Quinshon Judkins? It's going to be Judkins for me. I got to type my QJ. But if you believe that Dylan Sampson can rush for more rushing yards, I'd love to know why. So let me know in the comment section down below. And finally, Myles Garrett. This shouldn't really need to be said either. Looks fantastic, right? $40 million a year. Best pass rusher in the NFL. Unbelievable talent. Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer Myles Garrett. He's one of the largest human beings I've ever seen. And when you put him on a football field, if he's not double-teamed, good luck stopping him. The dude is a tank of a human being. I can't wait to see what he performs like coming up here in the 2025 season because the truth is that I'm expecting big things, especially after this massive contract extension. That's going to do it for me on the Browns Report this week. It's been a lot of fun hosting with you guys. I appreciate you, having me in here for the short time that I've been able to host. My name is Moose. Until next time, be cool.